Hi, Cancer. How are you? This is Mary Ellen coming to you from Moonrise Cottage. Great to be home. I'm home for the weekend. Um, my calendar for private reading, self-book private readings is closed probably through at least halfway through December. I have opened up some spots in January. If you feel like you need a reading and it's pressing, send me an email. Fill out the contact form on my website. Link is below, along with all the other fun, interesting stuff you might need. So I'm going to jump right in, Cancer. I'm doing your reading first because it is very well aligned with all the things that have been going on. So if you're new, welcome to Moonrise Cottage. And if you're returning, thank you for coming back to pick up this message. Your incredible journey is continuing to deepen, and my guides are saying blossoming. You've been going deeply into the mystical. You've been involved for, I think, at least 6 months now in a process of freeing yourself from a curse, a literal curse of some kind, whatever that might mean in your life. We had information come out about your ancestry and the things that you have carried forward, either from within this lifetime or beyond. And there's a lot of shamanic energy in these readings. I think it was last month, I think for 2 months. For several months, you were involved in doing battle and breaking a curse and moving beyond. And then you started to move into the mystical realm. And Swan kept showing up. And that is all about going into the dream time to retrieve yourself and to become who you truly are. Oh, getting choked up already. So this reading is all about that. And YouTube continues to change and update itself. I haven't had the capacity to post a picture of the cards. I'm going to try on my community tab, okay? I would love it if you could see this card spread. So jumping right in, based on that theme, let's talk about the Oracle cards. So the first thing that came out, where do you see this? Astounding to me, like literally. Okay, the Raven. That's literally about magic. It's literally about the shamanic realm. It is literally about being pulled through the portal into the dream time and the messages that you get when you are in there communicating with all, like I just said, with all the powers that be. And that I'm getting a picture of, they're talking about the confluence of the intentional universe. And I'm seeing a galaxy swirling. That's where you are going for the month of December. You've been in there, and I think what this is about, and you'll see in the cards, you're on your way back. Yeah, my guides are saying yes. You are on your way back now. You have developed enough. Look, the mystical shaman. Look at that. So, do you see what's happening? In this display, my guides are calling it display, they're showing you the illustration of what is happening. You are being exhaled. Yes, I'm getting a very strong confirmation, and it causes me to feel choked up. So you are being exhaled by the shamanic realm. Back in, do you see the Raven? Look. Back into this place. And you've been on this incredible journey. And you see that numerology adds up to an 11. And there is somebody, based on the next card that's going to come out, there's somebody that you're involved with, either that's on the other side or that you have met in that place. There's some connection that you have with someone that is very, my guides just said galactic. It's a very deep, profound connection. Some people would call it twin flame. My guides call it quantum partner. Someone that stimulates you to take your journey and to do your healing, etc., etc. For many of you, it might really be a very mystical, very magical life partner that shows up in your life or that's been in your life, assisting you in this journey, and that's in the main card spread as well. So this is what came out from the journey of love. Look at that. See that? Man of the earth, woman of the sky. So there is, again, we see sort of a confluence of energies. More so than the illustration of individuals, we're looking at energy. So many of you are dealing with some kind of a quantum partner. This is also obviously always about you traveling, the energy swirling, traveling into the light and coming back through the portal into this place. All of you, the male, female part of you, all of the influences that cause you to have your own particular, and my guides are talking about, they're showing me an image of the sort of the yin yang wheel, but your particular energy. And because we see the numerology of 11, let's see, what is that one? Now that's 48. So there's, that ultimately adds up to a 3. So there's somebody journeying with you. And as my guides always say, when you have a soulmate, your soulmate's job, primarily, if they had a job, the purpose maybe is better, is to walk you to the gateway of your own existence more than anything else. If you believe the things that I believe, that we're here to experience ourselves as an energy form and to enjoy the experience of being human fully and to engage with that experience as fully as possible. So the other thing that's been showing up in your readings quite a bit is the Seven of Swords. It's been traveling through the cards over the last number of months. Now it has moved into the central position that displays the theme that my guides want to speak about, because all my readings are channeled. So there is still something Seven of Swords-y, and I think since this is the central guiding message that they want to talk about, I do think it's about you, Cancer, and I've had some waffling, I guess, in the last couple of months. Is it you? Is it somebody in your life? Like, who's doing the lying, stealing, cheating, not being fully present, which is what that actually means, Seven of Swords, right? Being on the defensive, hiding, trying to get away with stuff because you can't show up present and be present fully under your own power. So, do you see the raven? Look at that. Whatever this heart chakra wounding that you endured, that has created the life that you have, that came from the ancestors, that came from your family of origin, that maybe is in your cellular memory, and you're traveling this shamanic road in order to have the experience of the wounding and to have the experience of the healing so that you can discover yourself and develop into whatever it is, shamanically, so to speak, as an energy entity, to go through the entire cycle. So this year may have been particularly difficult. 2020 stripped us all bare. It sure was true for me. And you had to let go, many of you, of your defenses and of the things that you were doing that caused you to perhaps not stand in your power. I think that's what this is about. So if you're not standing in your power, fully vested in yourself, then you have to use other means as a strategy to do your life. That's what's going on here. And again, we see the illustration or the suggestion of family, because this is King Arthur and his cousin. They're playing a game. There's a strategy going on. One of them is getting wounded. And we see that King Arthur is taking this defensive pose, and he's asking the other person to stop. And the other person can't stop because they are not able to stop cheating because they are not fully present. So there's a lot of chatter going on about that, but we're going to look at this. The sevens in the deck are the moment of pause when you stop and you think, what is the next move? That's why they got the chessboard there. Seven of Pentacles shows a man gazing upon his garden. What's the next thing that I can do to make my garden grow? I want it to flush out more. So there's some question going on definitely inside of you, and maybe with a partner. Since we're talking about partnership, I think we really are. Some of you really have an intensely bonded relationship with somebody. It might not be a relationship. It might be somebody in your family that's helping you solve this this riddle, so to speak, in your life. Pardon me just for a sec. So let's jump in. Look at that. Speaking of swords, King of Swords lost his power. In a battle, his hand was sliced off. He had to go into the mystical realms. You see, he's sitting in a graveyard. He had to have a shamanic death, thank you, Spirit, and rebirth in order to get his power back. And in this mystical story of this deck, he had a mystical healing that was, he was accompanied by a mystical healer and her sister, who are very involved in his particular story. So, Cancer, because you're a Cancer, you're very affected by the moon cycles. So, but the guides are basically telling you, I think, I've been so busy, I haven't had a chance to look. Go look at the astrology about the full moon that's coming and find out. Oh, you know what? Actually, I believe on the 30th of November, there's an eclipse. So we're into eclipse season. We have the solstice coming. The full moon is probably going to be a powerful one. And then we're going to turn the corner into 2021 when all the new growth that's prophesied is going to begin. And there are going to be some dark days. We know. We're all watching it. No matter what you think, there's some challenge going on. I'm in the United States, so I'm talking about politics. I believe it's happening because of the move of the planets. So whoever this person is that you're so intricately linked together with as part of your journey, do you see the two different energies coming together? And the reason I'm saying this person might not be physically with you, it might be somebody that you're in relationship with who's in another dimension or who's in another realm or who's on the other side. It really could be true. I've done a lot of consultations with people who have relationships with others who are not in the same dimension at the same time, but they are deeply in contact. Sounds crazy, but it's just true. So there you are with that person. There are some obstacles, and you are working very hard to remove them. This is the Three of Cups, because what you want is that. You want to actually connect with this person in a way that is very true, very abiding, without any obstacles between you. So as you are coming back into this dimension shamanically, after having been through the swan, the portal of swan into the dream time, you're being exhaled by the shaman. It's just, giving me a chill. It's very, very exciting. And one of your goals here on this realm is to take the problems or the obstacles, I don't know if you can tell, there's a person in that bag, and wrap them up in a bag and tie a knot in it, hang it on a hook, and just be done with it. Moving beyond, so whatever was standing between you and your true love, that is going to be one of your primary desires, I think, in the month of December. So back to this. As you're being exhaled by the mystical shaman, you have a desire. You have an intention. And because you're a Cancer, of course it's about love and being able to connect with other people. That's your life. That's your energy, purpose, having come, manifested in as a Cancer. Look at that. There's your mystical mate. So that's a King of Swords. That's you in the month of December. You're going to get your groove back, Cancer. You're going to get your power back. You're going to be exhaled into this place. The finishing... Okay, my guides are talking about the closing of a wound and the finishing of the process. It doesn't mean it's 100% finished. There's always different stages, especially if you're going forward into healing, then something changes. But you're coming back to the surface. So on my table, it looks like that. That is the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. And she is a mystical, shamanic individual. Raven energy is what this person carries. So whoever this person is, please write me some messages and let me know. Something's going on. Really intense on the mystical realm when it comes to a relationship of some kind that is going to carry you, help you go into and out of the mystical realm, to go into this dream time of the swan, the deep desire within you to evolve into your full beauty and be standing here in your full power. And you have a sacred mate of some kind. I'd love to know, those of you who are traveling with somebody in another dimension. I want to hear that story because I love that stuff. Here's how I know. This is this actually is the Seven of Pentacles. Do you see the full moon again? Do you see that something is burning? His village is burning. There's a tragedy that this person wants to prevent. And what he does is he steps out to touch death on Halloween. And then he is transported immediately into the mystical realm. He goes into the underworld, the world of the fairies, and he meets a woman there. And she helps him. And basically, she says, you got to go back. It's time. You have to go back so that you can take care of this. It's on you. You can be successful. I'll support you. But you have to do it. You got to do the work. It's true for all of us, right? So, dang Cancer. And here's what you're going to do when you come back into this realm. 10 of Wands. Whatever those burdens were, you're really going to drop them now. And you're going to readjustate yourself. So there we see, it's either Raven or Crow. Stamina through the elk for the long journey. Mystical connection through the owl. Eagle. And then Piscean energy, water energy, right at the head where the Celtic people believe the soul resided. You are rebirthing yourself. And you may feel overwhelmed. Most people do when they go through a process like that. So allow yourself to have the full month. Be easy with yourself. Take care of yourself. See the leaves falling. That's about the sense of overwhelm and sort of the flutter of what it takes to move through a mystical tunnel, a mystical birth canal, to emerge renewed. It's really interesting. So there is somebody, again, I want to try to show you this. That's how it sits on the table. Okay. Like this, actually. So that's you in the center. This is your journey going deeper in order to exhale back out. And that's what's in the other corner. That is the Queen of Pentacles. So there's a lot of earth energy. A lot of air, a lot of earth energy, and actually a lot of water in your reading. So this Queen of Pentacles, the sacred grandmother Danu, sits suspended in the universe. And she weaves together the strings of destiny and abundance for her lineage. So maybe when you were in there, maybe you came in contact with somebody from your lineage who is working with the mystical realm in order to help you develop and pop out the other side, because that's what it looks like. Do you see how they're looking at each other? Something really intense is going on, Cancer. It's been going on for quite a number of months. I think all of 2020, actually. Some process started, and when you rounded the corner into 2020, it was on. And it's been going on. It's been really intense. So that's on the realm of your soul. Here's your progression. That's your card. So your destiny is being woven together so that you can go forward literally on the circuit of your soul existence. And I don't think you are finishing a circuit of existence, but I think you are moving very deeply into the realm where you can now create. So within this lifetime, you're going to reach this goal, and you're going to manifest past all the trials and tribulations that you came here to experience moving through on a shamanic level. Feminine energy sits on the table like this. You see how the energy's moving? Whoever this guide, you may have a guide, and that's it. It may not be a lover. It may be a guide. It may be a mystical guide somehow that's moving the energy forward because of their shamanic ability. The crow shaman, in touch with the mystical realm, the ravens. So the Chariot card, see the new growth coming forward, movement. Just see how activated that person is? Feminine energy moving you forward. The power to have your own direction now. It is because you are activated. It has nothing to do with the horses. They're a representation. Like I just said, it's a model. So now we're circling back. Very interesting. For those of you that are of the male persuasion, that's the last card on the soul circuit line. Major Arcana. The Counselor of Truth. It's the Hermit. Do you see the light shining? You've come into your wisdom time inside your life. And you are now able to be a guide for yourself. You don't need somebody else to tell you who you are, where to go, what to do. And although Cancer is a cardinal sign, often there's this challenge in their lives until they get grounded. And, you know, the challenge of a water sign becoming grounded is like I just said, it's a complete one. So if you're a water sign and you're in constant movement, constant flux, ebb and flow, the tides, the moon, all that stuff, how do you find a place of stability? How do you become grounded? You have to find that within your own energy signature. That's what's happening. Cancer, I'm really excited for you. It's quite beautiful. And see, look, finishing that, moving on to that by going through into the mystical realm and being exhaled literally back out by the shamanic realms. Fabulous. And here's the outcome card. 10 of Cups, the quest of art, love energy in this realm. You're going to make a deep discovery about yourself. You might meet somebody. It might be about your connection with this quantum partner, whoever that person is, or that shamanic guide, or whatever that's about. I think it's a reflection of you finding you in a reflecting pool and coming into the knowledge of all that you possess. You know, in a typical deck, we're talking about 10 of Cups, having happiness and love and a family and a dog and a castle and all the money you need, everything, right? The whole enchilada in a sense. So we've got indication of pentacles and that kind of earthly wealth after a journey. And we have indication about 10 of Cups. The type of love that is earth-bound. So there might be an earth sign. And we have indications there's a lot of air, but the air that's in this reading, the swords, it's all about you. And the things that have to do with moving forward and reaching a positive outcome are earth and water, basically, is what it looks like to me. So you are going to experience this by the end of the month. Allow yourself to let go of your burdens, whatever they might be. And the rune that came out, look at that. That's the rune of the shaman, actually. And it's about making sure some wisdom to caution you to keep some space around yourself. You have to have space to be who you are. You have to have space for protection from the negative energy of others. Absolutely. And that's one of the reasons you're going on this journey, is that you didn't have yourself. Many of you, not everybody, but some of you, and those are the folks that my guides are speaking to. So the book talks about, actually, hang on a second, the antlers of the elk, the way it offers protection, and it creates space around them. It also indicates sedge grass. See? My guides are saying, you see what I'm talking about? So, Cancer, congratulations. This is really, really exciting. I know it's going to be a really full month. There's a lot of tumultuous energy still. You know, we're going to turn the corner. And what is meant to happen will happen. And you're going to have a similar, my guides are saying, a similar process in terms of what's happening in the election here. There might be some fuss and bother. There might be a lot of caca, if you know what I mean. You stay true to yourself. Keep space. Protect yourself. Continue to move yourself forward and give your attention to your process more than anything else. Because you have, my guides are saying, you have a goal to reach. So they're talking about the mission, shamanic realm. There's some intention that's deep inside of you. That's why you did the ghost dance, to bring that up to the surface in order to rectify something. And you've been in deep. So whoever those people are that understand your journey and are supporting you, keep yourself in touch with that energy. Do not get lost in it. It is your energy that you're meant to find, not the energy that you enjoy or gain from somebody else. That's a different thing. my guides are saying. So Cancer, that's a wrap for today. I want to thank you very much for being here. Goddess willing, I'll be here in January. A lot of change going on in my own life. And primarily, I will not be at Moonrise Cottage after the turn of the year. So updates on that when the time is right. And thanks for being here.